Self-abandonment is something that we learn at a really young age. We learn how to abandon ourselves so that we can win the acceptance and approval from our parents and our loved ones. And it actually was a really wise thing for most of us to do because it kept us safe. It felt like the right thing. It was a good coping strategy. The problem is, as we get older, we continue to abandon ourselves. And this comes in the form of maybe people pleasing, avoiding conflict, not speaking your truth, ways that you become a bit invisible in relationships. Perhaps you put other people's needs ahead of yours and you don't even know you have needs. Here's the thing with that. People like it, right? So people like it. They think you're generous and kind. You're such a good person. You're always there for them. They feel good. But do they actually participate in the relationship? Is it a mutually fulfilling relationship? Are you giving of yourself, but then not in a reciprocal relationship? Now, you can't really blame the other person because it's a pattern, right? We have set up a pattern. So you can't really say, oh, that person's just a jerk and they're disrespectful and they don't give anything to me and they don't love me. It's actually a pattern. And if we want to break the pattern, then it's on us to begin to cultivate a rich interior. It's upon us to do the work to reclaim ourselves, to find ourselves, to come home to ourselves. And that work is going to ruffle some people's feathers. People aren't going to like it when you stop doing it all for them, when you set boundaries, when you change the way that you interact. And that's when you'll find out, are those friendships going to grow and evolve with you? And some will. Or are those going to be friendships that drift away? And that doesn't mean you don't love that person. You don't care about that person. It just means that person is no longer going to fit into the way that you're living your life anymore, and that you might need to honor yourself. The end game for this isn't selfishness. The end game is to be in relationships where you honor the other and you honor yourself. You just don't abandon yourself anymore. You don't put their needs ahead of yours, but you come into mutually fulfilling relationships. And that is where we end up creating emotional intimacy and connection. And that's good for everyone.